All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my special guest from Delaware State. Man, linebacker Cam Wright, man. How's it going?
Appreciate that. I'm good, man. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing so well, man. For those people who are not familiar with you, man, tell them who you are.
So I'm Cameron Wright. I'm a 2026 draft prospect coming out of Delaware State University, and I play linebacker, inside linebacker.
For sure, man. What got you into football?
Um, I grew up around my cousins early on, like early childhood. We were rough, so I kind of was just always a rough kid coming up. So once I got exposed to football, I just looked at it like, yeah, I want to do that. So, um, my dad put me in football when I was 8 years old. I actually tried to quit. I got hit hard my first practice, and he told me like, "I'll sign you up for this. You say I paid for this. You gonna finish the season at least." So I ended up finishing the season, and then I fell in love with it from there, and I just stuck with it.
I guess sometimes those type of first starts are not something you want to go with in the beginning, right? But then once
Yeah,
you finish it through, man, it changes your mind, right?
for sure. Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Nah, I mean, I can understand because it was too physical, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, for sure. I just had to get adjusted.
You got to get adjusted to it. But so when you were so what were the high school offers like for you coming out of high school for college?
So coming out of high school, I actually didn't have any offers. I had a D3 school, I think in Ohio called Hiram College. They wanted me, but my senior year was during COVID. I graduated class of 2021, so fall of 2020, we had workouts. We were hoping to have a season, and got workouts got canceled twice, and then that spring they gave us like a 5 game season. Um, and I pretty much lost contact with all coaches that I was in talks with my junior year. I was in contact with Cal, Sac State, Boise State, and Brown University. But once COVID hit, like everything just changed. So I really didn't have any looks coming out of high school. So it was a no-brainer to go the JUCO route. And Coach John Beam, may God rest his soul, he reached out to me when I was coming fresh out of high school, got me on a Zoom call with me, my mom, my dad, and there were some other JUCOs recruiting me as well, but they were Laney College was the most persistent, so I ended up going with them for my freshman year of college.
I mean, yeah, Laney College is well known for that coach, man. Yeah, rest in peace to him. I don't know what really went on, but
Yeah,
that was uncalled for.
yeah, totally. It's
I
crazy.
mean, I've heard a lot of good things about him being on this community, man. Everybody loved that man.
Yeah, no, no doubt, no doubt. Definitely changed a lot of lives for sure.
What do you take away from that experience at Laney College?
Um, it was a blessing, honestly. It really introduced me to like the college football where like although it was a JUCO, like after actually going D1, it wasn't much of an adjustment for me because I was like, okay, I went through this my freshman year at Atlantic. Like it's the same structure, you know what I'm saying? Similar disciplines and everything. So it was a blessing to be able to be a part of the program and what John Beam had going on up there.
Yeah, it's a lot different when you go to JUCO because you got to pay on your own stuff, all the other
Yeah,
stuff. You got to live independently on your own, man. You don't have none of that
yeah,
structure.
yeah. So I was commuting. I was commuting all the way from Antioch to Oakland every day. And if you're from the Bay Area, you know how that traffic is, a rush hour.
It can get pretty bad.
Yeah. And then my sophomore year, my cousin he ended up taking a linebacker coaching job at Contra Costa College, so I went over there and played for him. That's where I finished my sophomore season at and
Okay,
whatnot.
so what was intriguing about you going to that program also because you said your cousin was the linebacker coach.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, honestly. He had been coaching ball since I was a kid, but I never knew until he got that job. So he was like, "Come over here, come play for me, like take care of you." So it was a no brainer. I went over there. It was different for sure. It was different for sure, but I mean, we had everything we needed at the end of the day to be successful. So for
Oh
sure.
yeah. I mean, you go from one of the most legendary junior college coach, like JUCO coaches, to going
Yeah,
with one of your family members. Can't
yeah, yeah.
can't make anything up
Yeah.
out of that, right?
For sure, yeah, yeah. No, it was an experience though. I mean, in junior college, you definitely have to go without a lot of things. Like, I mean, we don't have the cafeteria. We don't have really too much anything. So it's like you just got to make do. But it definitely molded me, and it's definitely the reason for my success today for sure.
Yeah. Then after you completed like those 2 years at JUCO, what was the offers like before Delaware State?
So I believe I received my first offer in January from Kentucky Christian University, and then I held out to see what other options would be like. I was doing some workouts, some camps, and whatnot. And then I had got another offer from Minot State University in North Dakota. I took a visit too, but North Dakota wasn't really gonna do it for me. I ain't gonna lie. I was on a visit, like I don't think I could. I don't think I last here. Like it's just a crazy culture shock. But so I kept my options open, and it boiled down to Idaho University and Delaware State. But I was kind of playing the waiting game with Idaho. So when Delaware State reached out, they pulled the trigger right away. So I didn't hesitate to commit. Um, yeah.
I mean, what was the environment like going from Delaware? It's got to be different than what you know.
Yeah, yeah. I was nervous at first. I'm like, man, this is my first time leaving home. I'm going coast to coast. Like it's a whole nother world. Like, I was blessed to have my sister. She stays up in New York. She's like 3 hours from me. But I was like going from the Bay Area to Delaware. Like I didn't really know what to expect. I definitely was homesick my entire first semester. Like, but yeah, it was a change for sure.
It gets homesick when you're not used to the environment. It takes time, like they say, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the crazy part about it is Delaware is actually the first state of our country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's a lot of history here for sure. A lot of
Yeah,
history here. I honestly I never heard of Delaware State until I got offered. I heard of the University of Delaware, but I didn't know there was a HBCU called Delaware State until they reached out to me.
Delaware State was like a very small college, and you got Delaware also. You got two of them, but
Yeah, yep, yep.
I think isn't that the same college that John Taylor went to, if I'm mistaken?
Yeah, John Taylor was at Delaware State. I met him a few times. I actually ran into him at a 49er game while I was home, like a few years back.
So
And
he
then
did went to Delaware State. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I ran into him back home at a 49er game, and then he actually was here for a home game when we played Howard University this past season.
Yeah, I think he currently lives in Clovis, if I'm mistaken.
Okay, yeah, yeah. No, great dude for sure.
Yeah,
Great dude for sure.
like he's one of those small colleges. Him and Rice come from those small schools, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Delaware State, like it's just a different world where you come from. Like they say, it's like a different century country look, right?
Yeah, it's super country. So there's like it's like this one highway, and it kind of runs through the whole city. But I will say there's a bunch of plazas like down the strip, and you kind of have everything you need. For the most part, like Walmart and Target is both like no more than 10 minutes away, opposite directions. Like you really got everything you need, but it's a very country city. You go around the corner and you see the Amish folks riding horses and carriages.
The different
Yeah,
side of the world, like they say, right?
yeah, yeah, it's different
But they
for
seem
sure.
friendly people.
No, yeah, definitely, definitely. A lot of love, a lot of hospitality out here for sure.
But what was it like just playing for Deshaun Jackson, man? Like he became a guy who
It
just went from
was,
being a player to a coach.
it was cool. It was almost like having because he's pretty close in age with most of us, so it's kind of like having a teammate as a head coach. Like,
Like a big older brother, yeah.
exactly, yeah, exactly. Nah, it was dope. I mean, like, cause I was here with the previous coaching staff and going from just like being an HBCU, trying to find our identity, start winning some games to we get Deshaun Jackson. Now we got all this media attention. All these people want to know about us and see who we are, who the players are, and everything, and come out to the games and support. It was wild for sure. Like definitely kickstarted something different up here for
I
sure.
mean, so what do you take away from that season with him as your coach?
Um, it was a blessing. Honestly, I like to be honest, like every day felt like a fever dream. I mean, we got Deshaun Jackson's our head coach, Clinton Portis is our running back coach, Eugene Chung is our offensive line coach, Coach Nemo Washington. I know he was coaching with the Browns for some time. So a lot of experience gained, a lot of knowledge gained. Um, and I mean, yeah, it's really everything you can really ask for. I mean, out of a coaching staff. It's like
You,
we all, most of us all aspire to go to where these guys have been. And it's like we have everything we need right in front of us.
yeah, you got some guys with NFL caliber experiences coaching or players, so that kind of helps a lot.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was a blessing for sure.
So, what kind of scheme did you guys played at Delaware State that can translate to the next level?
We ran a 4-2-5. We ran a 4-2-5. I know we had another package as well. It was different. Something I've never seen before. It's like we had three down linemen. We ran one linebacker in the middle, and we had like an overhang, like star kind of guy behind the linebacker. When we installed that, like we started shutting offenses down. Now, me personally, I haven't seen it ran at the professional level to my knowledge, but it was definitely it was cool to kind of get exposed to something different and like see the success that come from it.
Oh,
For
for
sure.
sure. So, what was the difference from doing it at Laney College and Contra Costa College? What was the difference of the scheme that you guys ran?
Um, Atlanta we ran a 4-2-5. So it was pretty similar. It was pretty. My base defense at Atlanta was pretty similar to this one. At Contra Costa, I was in a 3-3-5 stack, and I played the Mike Sam and the Will. I mean, I was out in the flat, apex in the 2 and the 3, like you know what I'm saying. They worked me in that scheme for sure. But it was a blessing because it adds to my versatility. I feel like I could play anywhere at the linebacker position, inside, outside. I could walk down on the edge. I could blitz. I mean, whatever you need me to do. So I think like typically for most guys, like when you go to certain schools, like certain schemes don't fit you. But I feel like I've been able to fit into every scheme that I've been in so far.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, but you kind of like explain why you should be draftable. Like, I would think, why would they draft you and what makes you stand out? It seems like you're telling me your versatility, you're
Not for
capable
sure.
of this, yeah, a lot of the stuff. But if you were to tell a GM or some team in general why they should draft you, what would be what would be the reason why they should draft you?
I'm a difference maker. I mean, out the gate. I mean, I remember my first start. My first start at Division 1 level was my best game of my college career. I feel like I can come in and make an instant impact. A team player, of course. I have a great field presence. I believe you can see it on film. My body language, everything. I feel like it just impacts the whole defense and it makes the guys around me better. And it's something that everybody can feed off of. I mean, my work ethic is unmatched. I mean, like you can ask anybody up here at Delaware State about my work ethic. I was first one in, last one out. It's times like my strength coach had to kick me out the weight room. Like I'm just in there doing extra stuff. I'm on the field after practice, extra work.
Workaholic.
Yeah, it's like okay, Cam, like it's time to wrap it up. Like um this year. Um and I'm just dedicated to getting better. Like even with the success I have had, like I always feel like there's room for improvement. Like there's always more to do. And I'm always looking for what that is exactly so that I can execute it.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, if you got that work ethic and the coaches are telling you to stop, man, that means you just have that mentality. Like, you just want to keep going.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it came from my father, man. Shout out to my pops. It came
Well,
from him.
well, your pops was the one that told you not to quit until after the season,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. So,
He gave you the clear message and it changed your mind. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
um, yeah. So, how do you prepare for your opponents and what's your pregame routine?
Um, preparing for opponents. I mean, I like. I have a short term memory as far as like going into a new week. So once that game is over, I kind of like the day is over. I try to like wipe it to get out of my mind, get ready for the next opponent. Um, Watching film every day, taking detailed notes, asking questions. I mean, just I try to prepare for every game, like kind of like it's a championship, like because I feel like your performance depends on your preparation. So if you try to cut corners or you don't take it as seriously, you try to wing it, you'll definitely pay the consequences to that. I can in my younger earlier years, I can say that I experienced that. So just throughout the week, I was just always watching film, practice film, and taking detailed notes, um, and just dialed into the game plan. Honestly, um, pre-game ritual. I mean, I can't say I really had one. I mean, always made sure to pray. Definitely always made sure to pray, give God glory, give God thanks for the opportunity. And but I mean, other than that, I just leaned on my preparation. I mean, I never really, I'm not really a guy that was nervous or had butterflies going into games. It's kind of like I've been doing this a long time. Like I know what needs to be done. And it's just like, just kind of go out there and do it. I had my music on. I just got in that mode.
Oh, for sure.
It ain't really too much to it. I mean,
I know. Well,
yeah.
since you're the student of the game of playing linebacker, which linebacker player do you model yourself after just from watching all these films?
Man, there's a few of them. I've been watching a lot of Quincy Williams. I try to watch a lot of guys that are like around my stature, my height, like 5'11", 225, 230 range. But Quincy Williams, um, Denzel Perryman. Um, I like Jalen Smith too. He's a bigger guy, but I like Jalen Smith too in his earlier days. Though those were probably the people I watched the most for sure.
Perry
Yeah,
Perriman was an undersized linebacker, man, but
yeah, exactly.
he played with a lot of heart, man.
No, for sure. Yeah, I always try to find the undersized guys. My pops put me on. He was a little before my time, but my pops put me on to Zach Thomas too.
Oh yeah,
I
Zach
like
Thomas
him
was a
too.
tackling machine. This guy,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he was about 5'11", right?
yeah. So I always try to watch guys like around my height, my stature.
Oh, I
So
got, I got, I got another one that you might be kind of agreeing with. I gotta say, London Fletcher,
yeah. I know about Landon Fletcher too. Yeah, definitely.
5'9" linebacker too. Oof.
Yeah, 5'9" is 5'9" is different. Yeah, you got to be a dog to
We'll
play.
go back in time. Sam Mills, they call
I don't
that dude
know.
a little mouse,
I don't know if I know him.
but you might need to check out his film. But he's another
Yeah.
undersized linebacker, man.
Okay.
He was a 5'9" linebacker, but you might have to do some more homework on this guy.
Yeah. No. Definitely, for sure.
I guess
For
that's how
sure.
old I am, bro. Because I've watched a lot of these other players in the past. Yeah,
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
yeah,
But
that dude was like he made up for his size, but played good for the Saints. They used to have a thing called a dome patrol for the Saints, and then he went to the Panthers and built that foundation. You know how the Panthers have that keep pounding symbol
yeah.
because of Sam Mills.
Wow. I never knew that. Yeah. I
See,
gotta
we
check
all
him
learned
out.
something, right?
Yeah. I gotta check him out. That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
they got a statue out of this guy for only just a couple years with the Carolina Panthers when they were in expansion. He was the foundation.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. I gotta look into him for sure.
Yeah, it's another guy to look up to. Actually, so what NFL teams have you met with?
I haven't met with any at the moment, but at our pro day, the Commanders were up there, and our pro day was it's kind of it's kind of strange. Like we had our pro day, it snowed, and we couldn't get it rescheduled, so they came out there. But pretty much everything that we did outdoor was kind of like because it was like 30 degrees, snowing, and it got to the point it was snowing so hard, like we had to cut the pro day short. But yeah, the Commanders are the only team I've like been in contact with as far as meeting
Okay.
with.
I'm pretty sure they'll look at. I mean, I'm pretty sure when it comes down to the draft, it will just be whatever team reaches out to you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, sir. For sure.
But we all got backup plans. But what's your backup career plan, man? We all got something.
Yeah. After football, whenever that is, my passion has always been in the weight room, so I want to be a strength coach, personal trainer, and get into that world. Training athletes, regular people who just want to get fit, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm actually doing an internship right now with my strength coach, where I'm assistant coaching with the football team in the weight room and stuff. So get some experience under my belt and whatnot, and everything. Yeah.
That's a good way to get ahead, man. But what's the area of weakness that you feel you need to improve on at the next level?
At the next level, I say my speed. I definitely want to get faster for sure. I mean, that's all kind of always been my focus. Speed was always one of those things I had to work extra hard at. So it's kind of like the main thing. I feel like when the speed is there, like it changes your game. It takes your game from here to here. Like so, that's kind of been my main focus, and just becoming more of a student of the game, continuing to improve in that area as well. Because um, when your IQ is where it needs to be, it's like you just make more plays. Like I mean, it's inevitable. Like less wasted movement, less wasted steps. Like you just there when you're supposed to be there, just simply off of IQ. So those two things are probably what I'm honing in on the most.
Absolutely, man. See, like you said, you're being honest, and that's the best part of being critical about yourself. There's always areas to improve on the most.
Yes, sir. No, definitely.
So, what would be the advice for somebody who's been in a similar situation as you? What would be more the encouraging message for them to continue this dream?
Man, just I would say first and foremost, stay close to God. Because honestly, I if I didn't have the relationship I had with the Lord, like I wouldn't have been strong enough to even get this far. So I would say make that a priority, and just have a work ethic. Believe in yourself. Nobody else will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And it sounds cliche, but it's really like you have to. If you don't believe in yourself, like you won't put yourself out there in ways that you need to be seen and to be evaluated, and to just get better.
Absolutely. You're right about it. Like some people got to find purpose with the Lord, and the Lord gives you some signs that nobody knows about.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, that's been my strength for sure.
How do you handle adversity when it's like a defeat? Because some people handle it differently, and how do
Yeah.
you respond for that?
Um. Ultimately, I just try to see what lessons I can take from it. Um. Whatever it may be, I try to look at where I went wrong or what mistakes I made or um whatever it is. If my preparation wasn't up to par and whatever the situation may be, I try to look in the mirror first before anything else. And if it's a situation that's out of my control, I just got to give it to God. I mean, and just try to stay the course. Um, I mean, you just got to stay persistent. Like you can't get too high off the highs or too low off the lows. So
Yeah. So how do you handle a situation where you guys come up with a win? So what would be something, even though you guys won? Do you feel like you got to work on something, even though you won?
yeah, yeah, no, definitely, yeah. I mean, I remember. Um, There's been games where I mean we had a winning season, so we won a lot of games last year. But there was multiple games where we won and we still got chewed out, like as if we lost, because that's just what the expectation was. So and that's kind of was always my mindset, like okay, like never get too comfortable. Um, so even though I had a great performance, I'm still looking at what I could have done better. Um, Whether or not I'm using the proper technique on film, body language. I mean, like the littlest details, like it all counts for something in the end. So yeah, my mentality was always like, even after win, okay, what can I improve on? Because the next team, those players and that coaching staff is looking for the slightest bit of weakness to be able to capitalize on going into the week. So whatever that is, I have to recognize it too and
Yeah.
fix it.
Sometimes that little weakness can be something they could exploit, and it could just be a big crack.
Yeah, nah, for real. So
Man,
yeah, I mean, the main thing was just never get too comfortable. Like even after you win, there's still stuff to work on. So.
exactly. See, I like the attitude right there, man. That
Yeah.
proves that you're willing to work on certain areas, even though the outcome came in your favor, and you're willing to better up that situation.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, outside of football, who are you as a person?
God fearing man. first and foremost, family man. I love my family. I love the outdoors. I'm like anytime I get some free time when I'm home in California, you can find me at the beach, uh, reading or just enjoying my day. I like peaceful activities. I don't really do too much. Small circle. Um, yeah, I try to love on who love on me. I mean, I don't really do a whole lot. I like to travel, and kind of just enjoy life. I mean,
Kind of a laid back dude, huh?
yeah, pretty simple. Yeah. So
So what do you miss about the Bay Area compared to where you're at in Delaware that you wish you could go for?
man, the scenery for sure. The scenery, the beaches, of course. I mean, there's beaches in Delaware, but it's it's not home though. Um, the food, I love hitting up the food trucks in Oakland for sure. That's
Yeah, especially
uh,
the Mexican food and those Asian foods, right?
yeah, yep, exactly. Hawaiian
It can't
barbecue.
compare to that, right?
Nah, not at all, not at all. In-N-Out Burger too.
In-N-Out Burger, but what do they have
So
at Delaware? Do they even have In-N-Out Burger?
nah, In-N-Out Burger. I know if I'm not mistaken, I know they expanded to some other states, but it's mostly a West Coast thing for sure.
Mostly a West Coast thing, yeah. But I
Yeah,
would think some places are going to start having them.
yeah, nah, not out here though. It don't even exist out here.
So what's their most famous like burger place around the East Coast that comes around Delaware?
uh, I don't even know if I know. I think they. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, the only place I've really seen out here is like Five Guys. Maybe I'm not tapped in enough.
Maybe it's a good thing that
Yeah,
you're not because you want to stay in good shape, of course. So
yeah, I can't even call it. Yeah,
oh, I don't know. Maybe they have a thing called Wawa, like the little gas station place.
yeah. Wawa is a thing. Yeah, I got introduced to that. It's pretty cool.
I
I
don't
don't
think
really.
they'll. Yeah, I don't think it's too far from Philadelphia, too, where you guys are at.
Yeah. No, Philly is like an hour and 10 minutes away. I was just out there yesterday, just hanging out.
Yeah, but at least you got like maybe that place to go further down.
Yeah. I was out there the other day just chilling, getting some good food. I had my first Philly cheesesteak. I don't know what took me so long to go and get one, but um, I had nothing to do yesterday, so I had to drop a teammate off out there. So I was like, I'm just turning it into a day trip. Give me a
Yeah,
Philly cheesesteak, go chill, find a view spot. So
so at least you tried the authentic one, right?
yeah. No, it was solid for sure. It was good
Yeah.
for sure.
So I guess for a cheat diet, man, like if you had to choose between McDonald's or Burger King, which one you going with?
Uh, if I'm getting a burger, I gotta go Burger King. But I love the McDonald's fries for sure, and the nuggets for
Yeah,
sure.
see, we can agree on that part, but
Yeah.
what would be the meal?
Uh, I'll probably go with Burger King. I'm a burger guy for sure. Probably get the Bacon King. I'm simple though. I get my burgers plain. Just bacon and cheese.
Bacon, like the BK bacon?
Yeah, bacon and cheese, barbecue sauce. That's all I get on my burger. I might do some lettuce here and there, but I'm a
You
simple.
can't go wrong with that, man.
Yeah,
So PlayStation or Xbox?
I grew up on PlayStation initially, but then when the Xbox was popping, shifted to that, and I kind of just never went back. All my friends have PlayStation, but I'm not really a gamer, so I don't really feel the pressure to be like, oh, I got to switch over. So I'm gonna go Xbox for sure.
What would you play, NCAA or Madden?
I'm gonna say NCAA for sure.
Well, is it because you're on the video game or not yet?
Nah, I'm more into college football than NFL. The NFL is cool, but like I don't know, just college football is. I just enjoy watching college football a little more. So
And you're a part of it too. So,
yeah, that too, that as well. Yes, sir.
but does it feel surreal for you, bro? Like, does the moment feel surreal or business as usual, bro? Because you grew up as a fan of football and you just doing something that most out of other people haven't been able to do is live out that dream.
Yeah, it's definitely surreal at times. I was just talking to a friend about this. I was just saying like it's so easy to get caught up in just like your day to day once it becomes your norm. But then like sometimes you got to really take a step back and look like, man, I used to dream of this stuff. Like this all used to be a thought, like just all hopes and dreams. So to be here is definitely a blessing. But I kind of just look at it like, I mean, I'm just somebody who was just blessed to be able to do what they love. I don't look at it like I'm above anybody or you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, superior to anybody. Like I'm just doing something I love, and along the way, I just try to inspire others to either do the same thing or chase whatever their dream is.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Definitely appreciate your time, bro. I know that the moment just feels surreal for you, bro. I know all that hard
So
work you put into, bro, it's gonna pay off. Whatever
yes,
the
sir.
opportunity presents for you, bro, I'm definitely gonna root for you to succeed, man. But if you ever have a chance to live out your dream, hopefully you come right back home and just don't have to worry about traveling too far and just wear that
Yes,
red and
sir.
gold, or
Yes,
go to
sir.
Las Vegas and go party, go to LA, whatever team you want, bro.
Yeah.
Take advantage of your opportunities, man. I'm not gonna
Yes,
ask.
sir. For sure. Yes,
Don't
sir.
let those doors slam, man. Just keep pounding that door.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I appreciate you for having me as well. I'm
Oh
honored.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. And before we end this, bro, tell everybody who you are and what you're doing currently.
Once again, I'm Cameron Wright. I'm a 2026 NFL draft prospect at Delaware State University at the linebacker position.
Oh, for sure. And for everybody else, man, go check out Cameron Wright from Delaware State, man. He may not be the biggest linebacker, but this man makes up for his size. This man plays everywhere you ask him to play, man. If you want him to play Sam, he can play Sam. If you want him to play Mike, he can do it. If you want him to play Will or any other spots, if you want him to blitz, he can do it, man. He's the utility piece of a linebacker, man. You want special teams, a guy that can make tackles on the kickoff, he can do that. And
Absolutely.
yeah, man, regardless of the small school, man, he plays up to his level, man. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, sir.